Hey friends, it's Travita with Oh Mommy's Kitchen and Oh Mommy's Catering Company. I just wanted to come and show you the cherry recipe that I'm going to work on. I'm going to make some ham pies. I bought some puff pastry and I bought some pie crust. Now, can I make these things myself? Absolutely, but that wouldn't make it quick, now would it? So we're going to go with the store-bought items, and then I have some store-bought frozen cherries. Another thing you can do is get canned cherries and just put the canned cherries in as your filling. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and make a fruit mixture with the cherries, some cornstarch, some cinnamon, and some sugar. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And I'm just going to pour my dark cherries. These are beautiful. You can even pop one in your mouth because they're so good. I shouldn't have done that because now I can't talk. Anyway, to your cherries, you want to add some sugar. I have some raw sugar here. So I will use the 1/8 of a cup measuring. These are kind of tart, so let's do 1/4 of a cup. Okay? And then to that, just to balance out the flavor, I'm going to add a pinch of salt. I'm going to add a few shakes of cinnamon. And then I'm going to add the cornstarch. So cornstarch is there as a thickener, because otherwise the cherries would let off their juice and it would be so juicy that it would just pour right out of your package. So now, what kind of package are we making? I don't know yet. We're gonna just play around with the dough and see what we can come up with. So I've got my sugar, my salt, my cinnamon, and then I'm gonna add my cornstarch. I'm gonna go ahead in with my 1/8 of a cup measuring. And I'm gonna add 2 of those, which makes that 1/4 of a cup. And then I'm gonna heat this on the stove. You don't need to add any water or liquid to this because the cherries are gonna put off enough juice, okay? I'll put that on high and I'll see you in a minute. Hey friends, I'm back for the dough portion. So this is our pie dough. You go ahead and you unroll it and you have a circle. I want to roll this circle out just a little bit. So I'm gonna roll it that way. I don't really have a ton of counter space. Then you can grab, if you have a biscuit cutter, that works just as well, but I do not anymore. So I'm gonna use this cup from Target. Right now they're 50 cents at the Target. I'm gonna push it down and I'm just gonna twist and make these little tiny little pies. You can roll this back up again and make some more. A couple more out of here. So you just squeeze this back together. So I'm just gonna roll this out. Have a little bit of flour. Keep that from sticking. Perfect. So this is the cherry filling, and as you can see, it's very thick, and I put no liquid in this. This is totally the juice from the cherries. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon just for flavor. And just stir that around. If you have a different kind of fruit that you like, strawberries, peaches, whatever, you can do this with any fruit. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of my mixture, cherry mixture. I'm gonna put it in the center of half of these. So you just go around and pinch, okay? And let me tell you what, if you were having a party, they would think you were so fancy putting this together. I'm gonna pick this one up, move it over, one more. Okay, next. This is puff pastry. You can unfold it just like so. And you can roll this one out as well, just a little bit, not a ton. If you've ever been to the grocery store, in the bakery section, there are these little tiny rolled up pastries. They might have blueberry inside, cherry inside, or apple inside, and you can eat them for breakfast. That's what I want to try to attempt here. So I'm going to cut it first. If I put the cherry filling over here, will it roll up like this? I don't know. We're going to find out together. Me and you. Okay. So just kind of roll that up. So we're going to bake this and we're going to see how it comes out. So I'm going to put that on the sheet tray with the pie pastry. I would love to know down in the comments if you've ever made anything like that or made something similar. Okay, I think we can do it one more time. Maybe 2 more times. Okay. Now, so you've got your little pie experiments here. I made an egg wash earlier, and this is 1 egg yolk with a little bit of cold water and the smallest pinch of salt. I do not have a pastry brush, so I'm going to use my little spatula and see if that will work. I have my helper here, Matthew. Do you think it will work, Matthew?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna brush. Okay, the point of the egg wash, you might be wondering. You might, well, why can't I just stick this in the oven and just let it do what it's gonna do? Okay, the egg wash is gonna make sure that it's get golden brown. Okay. And we added that pinch of salt. So just in case, it's gonna bring out all the flavors of everything that we put in here. The sugar, the cinnamon. Okay friends, we've egg washed all of these, okay, with the magic of time. And the coarse sprinkles, and they're kind of clear. And this will give it a little bit of a crunch. So this kind of elevates it a little bit to where you might just have a regular old pastry. This will give it a little bit of a crunch. If you don't have this, feel free to use regular sugar. I'm gonna stick this in the oven at 400 degrees for approximately 15 minutes, and we'll see where we end up.